All right, I guess we're back again for episode 11 of this Dark Heresy run through of Tattered Fates, pre-generated uh, mission for Dark Heresy First Edition. Last week, the Acolytes successfully defeated Crack Marrow and Bliss, the erstwhile bodyguards of Papa Grist, who was beheaded by them after they delivered a present from the other information broker in Zykarf, the Spider Bride. They dealt with the Psychers outburst and reversing of gravity in a very large area. But fortunately, they were inside, so no issues for them. Although I'm sure there were several people outside that did not appreciate that turn of events. And after defeating the bodyguards, the club, the Fates Wheel was taken over by the Spider Bride and her group of venomous ladies. So the acolytes received an invitation to Gabrielle Chase that they were seeking in order to get them into the manor at the center of the city in time for the Festival of Tattered Fates, or the ending of it when the clock is ringing and everything kind of comes to a head. So after receiving that and getting some healing, they opted to head directly to Gabriel Chase and did not decide to go do any other investigations. Everyone was in full health, I think, was kind of the general group thought there. So full set of wounds in hand, and not some hands in hand, but that's okay. The group set out to Gabriel Chase, where they managed to get inside with the aid of a man, old man Vipus, who kind of helped bully their way through the line and inside. So now they stand outside of the main manor of in Gabriel Chase. Let's see. The man, which I think I showed to everyone already. That's kind of the exterior. Oh, it's a three-tiered colonnade on the outside, leading up to a grand series of, or a grand set of doors at the front.
Nice. So I'm guessing we're just lining up as we see a horde of people just lining up entering some grand doors or something.
Yeah, so the outside again, it's this like tiered colonnade with some balconies on the outside, so you can see people kind of milling about outside there on some of the balconies above, as well as heading in towards the main entryway into Gabriel Chase.
And those are guards on each platform, right?
There are servitor like auto sentries you can see stationed at many different locations throughout the manor. Uh, as well as that, one thing you'll see is that the manse is currently staffed by a legion of parchment-skinned servitors that tend to the guest needs under the watchful gaze of supervising adepts wearing icy blue robes with crimson sashes. Um, and they're the only people that you see at the event that are not wearing a mask of some sort.
Okay, so where do we enter into when we enter the mansion?
When you enter the mansion, if you're heading into the mansion, you'll go into. Give me 1 second. I have too many maps. All right. Because I have too many maps, I didn't notice that I needed more information on this one. 1 second.
It's like an adept of the Adeptus Munitorum or like Administratum, and he's like pulling out scrolls and everything. He's just trying to look out for the right map.
Tib, you think it's a good idea just walking in like this? Shouldn't we prepare?
Tib's still sad about the forearm, but Tib thinks it's fine. It's not like they slaughter people at parties on this planet, do they?
I mean, everybody else seems to be walking in with us having an invitation. Nobody else is stopping to question us.
Something's fishy.
So we're walking in.
Almost
we're-
there.
I think
Almost
we're
there.
probably walking into the trap.
Yes, a trap that's meant to kill thousands of people that just happen to walk onto the state with armed guards.
So as you're milling about the area, you do see that there are a lot of like wealthy people, individuals, and things of that nature with large retinues. There appears to be a goodly bit of carousing going on in the area, and generally it's an air of joviality and excess like you have seen in the rest of the city, but there also appears to be some, clutching of sabers and heated words that are exchanged as people maybe jostle for position or perhaps think to use the festival to maybe off a rival and increase their standing. So that's something that people may be looking to do.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay, got everything set up, so we can go here. Cha-cha. All right, so the entryway leading into the manor of Gabriel Chase is the Theater of Clocks. The theater rises through all 3 floors of the manor and serves as a ballroom as well. Every inch of the walls are covered in ticking clocks and timepieces of every conceivable shape, size, and design. Their mechanisms exposed like the insides of a patient on a surgeon's table. Each clock tells a different time, and they're the times of the 1,000 worlds visited by the Harlocks. The floor itself is made from a white marble, but the center of the area is dominated by a device of a multi-rayed black sun inlaid with brass and granite. When I say device, I mean like, engraving on the ground, right? At the center of the inlaid device in the theater is the legendary steel clock. It's a 6-meter-high column of whirling clockwork, lever arms, scything blades, and turning cogs, made of glittering metal, at the heart of which swings a great pendulum, weighed by a curiously cut coal-like stone of iridescent mineral the size of a large fist. Double doors of black wood lead away from there into the curving corridors and spiral staircases that access the rest of the manse. All around the theater assemble a thronging crowd of rich and powerful guests, along with their numerous entourages. Some engage in displays of martial prowess, or, as is oftentimes the case, have their underlings perform such feats for their amusement. There's dancing, music, and above all, posturing and gossip about the festivities, the manor, and any other such tidbits of information that might amuse or delight. So again, it's kind of this hustling, bustling thing of nobility. Now, obviously, I've put a few random people in here, but this would be very busy. Again, it's a large ballroom. There are people dancing. There are people fighting with swords. And again, oftentimes people in the nobility, they wouldn't necessarily be betting with money, but they might be betting with standing or trade compacts or other things of wealth well beyond the normal common folks.
Tib kind of stares up at the clock tower, being in awe, and kind of says to Octus, "This reminds me of the great mechanical works of the engineers of Karakor."
I just feel out of place here. Something's not right. There's all these
Yeah, you're
rich
right.
people.
Where's the engineer that made this?
Does anybody know what Gabriel Chase looks like? Do any of us know?
No, I guess it's the Herod mask, which is the Gabriel Chase, I'm guessing.
We don't know what he looks like though, right?
No,
No.
Gabriel Chase is the name of the manor.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm still getting myself up to speed here.
Yep, Gabriel Chase is just like the name of the house.
Oh, okay.
There's no one named Gabriel Chase, and you would recall the hair and masked man has been identified, I believe, as Marcus Volpa on several
Marcus
occasions.
Volpa. There we go. So, because I wasn't here last time, so Marcus Volpa, we're pretty certain he's in here somewhere, right?
He's the Herod mask guy. We don't know what he looks like, and he may be wearing another mask.
Okay.
Okay. Tib walks up to one of the...
If nobody has any objections, I'd like to go check out the clock in the center a little bit more closely.
Oh, Tib is going to join him with that one. That's, again, a great interest to Tib.
I'm gonna walk around just casually observing the elite people and see if I can gather more information on what they're up to. If there's any secrets or news I can listen in on.
Okay. And as you all enter into the area, the clock actually starts to chime, and it's that ringing that you've been hearing the entire time you've been on the planet, kind of that was rippling down to your souls. But now it has an audible noise. And so deafening chimes fill the air, and every wall and surface vibrates to their note. The crystal of glasses sings, and dust rises from the relics of Gabriel Chase. It is if the manse itself is producing the chimes, as the 11th and final note fades. A sound like the winding of 1,000 cog mechanisms comes from the walls and then abruptly ceases. Those who look out at the sky see that a dark bite has been taken from the sun. And so as you're moving in, one of the nobles nearby falls to the ground and begins to spasm uncontrollably, coughing up blood, only to die a few moments later. And in the aftermath of that, a woman screams that her husband is missing.
Tib is gonna go out walk up to one of the adepts and ask who made the clock.
Okay, let's see.
I am just gonna look down upon this person that's dying or whatever, and I'm not gonna do any. He's dead?
He's dead, yeah.
Severus will, instead of going to the clock, he's going to go look at the body, just see what kind of prod it with his boot, see if you can figure out just a visual what happened to him.
You could visual. You want to look at him?
Yeah,
it looks
with
like
my
he
boot
coughed
first,
up
and
blood and died.
Is anybody else around like reacting to this, or is everybody just going about their business? Like it's.
I mean, people kind of were like, "Ooh, what an interesting thing to happen at the festival." Like this seems to be kind of like maybe something that's a little bit commonplace in this, but you know, like it doesn't happen very often. So the majority of the attendants don't know if that's normal or not. So they kind of just go, "Oh, it must be a thing that happens."
Yeah, I'll check out. Can I inspect the body, like, without, not removing clothes or anything? Just kind of.
I mean, you can inspect it, but in order to like learn anything about what medical thing might have happened to him, you'd have to be pretty invasive, and it'd require a medicine check.
Yeah, I won't do that. What? It chimed 11th. So is it like a 12-hour clock or something like that, or what's the? Just
The
trying to figure out how
clock
much time we got.
actually is a 13-hour clock.
Oh, 13 hours. Interesting. And that was the 11th chime, and somebody dropped dead right when it hit 11. So we might have a couple more hours before something happens.
Karkareb,
Yes.
Dan is asking if you could come in.
Sure.
Anyway,
Doesn't
do
bother me.
am I able to talk to one of the adepts?
Yeah. So, you walk up to one of the adepts, and what do you do?
Who? Excuse me, Tib would like to know who made the clock.
Who made the clock? The clock was made. It's really quite unknown. It was a relic brought back by Erasmus Harlock, actually.
So, have you been here long?
Have I been here? No. I'm actually, I work with the Planetary Governor's office. It's one of the few things that we are required to do, is to help facilitate this event, along with the automated systems of Gabriel Chase. I just reported to here yesterday, actually, and we just set up and we just kind of mined the servitors.
So, this is your first time attending a Harlock thing or working at it?
Oh, certainly the Harlocks have been missing for some time now, so no one really knows where they went or what happened to them after Erasmus. But at this point, we are honored, bound by the treaties of when they founded the system, to execute this duty, and so we do.
And do you have any instructions before you came here? I'm pretty sure there was like an operation manual to Tib would think to start up the place and get it prepared for the party.
No, mostly we just supervise the servitors. Now there may be some other members of the staff that know what's going on, but as far as we can tell,
Well, there must be an employee room. Tib would like to know, like, certainly there must be a set rule of instructions for maintenance of said servitors.
oh no, we don't do that. We mostly just make sure that they maintain function. It's a very ancient and odd treaty. But if there's anything we can help you with, certainly we could attempt to facilitate. But truthfully, we're kind of just monitoring that the servitors don't fall over or something.
So no incidents so far?
Oh, with the servitors, absolutely not. No. Certainly some of the guests get rowdy from time to time, but they mostly leave us alone.
Tib would like to ask a little bit of a personal question, if you don't mind.
I do.
Which floor scares you the most?
I haven't left the theater of clocks.
So no one has gone up to any other floor?
I can't speak for the other attendants. There are a number of us throughout the manor, as it is quite large. But no, I've been here.
So you feel not ill?
No, I feel mostly fine. I mean, that was an odd display, if that's what you're asking about. But
No, you personally.
No, I feel fine.
Is this the only area you're free to roam?
I'm really not free to. I was told to come here, and so here I am.
So, is there any other adepts that are free to roam the area more so than you?
I wouldn't know. I got an assignment. I put on the robes that they kept at the Colonial Regent's office. Excuse me, I said the Lord Governor's the Colonial Regent's office. And I reported, and this is where I was put, and this is where I am.
Okay, Tib just likes to know if something does go wrong. Tib will be happy to help you in any way that doesn't inconvenience myself.
I thank you for that. Hopefully the festival will go off without a hitch.
Tib walks to the rest of the group. Yeah, well, Octus, and he's kind of pokes. Tib kind of feels like a lot of people here are clueless, but want to go explore the place? Tib is actually quite curious to see what great mechanical creations are in this place.
First, Omega, what did Octus want to do?
Well, I was originally just walking around, just trying to mingle my way through the crowd, looking for any news or information, gossip I could gather. I seen that dead guy, and I just ignored him, basically.
Yeah, he definitely died.
Do we know what exactly the festival is about?
No.
Does anybody know?
It's a strange
In character or out of
festivity that's
character?
taken about like every so often, from what I got from the adept. They just
Um,
come here and look over the machines. If they ever go back, they just pick them back up again.
Yeah, I think you learned at some point in the rest of the adventure that the general gist was just it's something that happens periodically. It's kind of just triggered as when the steel clock starts ticking. So nobody has any control or understands the mechanism behind why that happens. But it culminates with an eclipse over the sun of the planet, and during that time, it's kind of like a purge scenario. So a lot of times people come here with their rivals and they try to like off each other in a nobility kind of purge scenario where they just try to like kill every single person in the opposing house to get rid of like trade disputes or bitter rivalries or like big Imperium stuff. Given again, this is a pleasure planet devoted to these nobles, so it's divided into some like 100-odd grand estates that they rule upon, like kings, even more so than they would in their regular lives, right? So, yeah, it's a time to settle debts in the nobility sphere.
Okay. I don't think I actually knew that. And I thought I was paying attention closely, but I
No,
missed
that's
that.
new information we got right now.
Yeah, I think
Okay, so it's
definitely
like
the timing of the clock
purge.
had come up, but yeah, that'd be something that you could ask about and we could go through. But it's a lot easier to just say the purge can happen.
Okay, so did
Okay,
Octus
so-
gain anything from him walking around?
I want to say, gosh, I always forget the skills in this game. It's so difficult to try to bounce between this and Black
What-
Crusade and then Dungeons and Dragons because there's so much skill bloat in original Dark Heresy.
Kind of like eavesdropping, which is sort of like more like perception, I would guess.
Would carouse fit
Well,
that?
There's a skill
Krause
for
is
it.
for drinking specifically because why not? Like obviously there's lip reading, awareness.
Inquiry?
It's
I
asking
think Inquiry
questions.
is talking specifically to people. Yeah, so this would be like an awareness test. If you have heightened senses, hearing, that'd give you a +10 to that.
Okay, no, I'll
Otherwise,
just.
I'll say it's probably like a +10 anyway. Just if you have heightened senses hearing, then you would be able to gain the benefit of that.
No, but +10 anyways. Why? Because they're like drinking and a little bit.
There's a lot
Easy.
of chatter going on, so it's not like incredibly difficult to catch anything, but it's also like you do have to filter some of the gossip for some of the maybe more interesting things that people are talking about.
Okay, here we go.
You could do it. Well, that's pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
a
Oh.
3. That's good.
Damn.
3 degrees of success. Let's see. Yeah. So listening, one thread that you keep picking up as you go through that was similar to what Tib kind of heard was that there appears to be kind of 2 staffs. There's the staff members in the blue robes from the Colonial Regent's office that aren't wearing masks. appear to be working diligently. But people keep talking about a second staff that you don't necessarily see, other than in like even in this crowded area, furtive glances like moving around. That are wearing these crimson like hoods with black robes, and they don't appear to be interacting with any of the crowd or the servitors, and they seem quite everyone who's interacted with them seems quite spooked about them. They don't like them. They haven't had any positive interactions, and they just give off a rather random vibe. And then with 3 degrees of success, I'll also say that they appear to be able to move around the manor in ways that, you know, aren't readily available to everyone else. So they kind of tend to bounce around their inner room and they're out of a room without going out the door.
Oh, so like
Okay,
they
so
can
this-
go through the door and stuff like that?
Or maybe secret doors, hidden doors and shit.
Like they're using like powers of the warp?
Holy
It's
shit.
it's unknown
Heresy.
in this term, or from what you've learned here. But they're certainly, like I said, they're in a room and then they're not in the room, and you know, people standing by the door, they're like, oh, I saw them come in, but they never came out. That kind of thing.
Okay, this is Tibbs' moment. Like
You have to
as you're
burn the
listening,
face
and
down.
Tibbs kind of like, I'll not say that. Hey,
Well, you
wanna
didn't
explore
hear
things
this.
with Tib? No, not your part. Tip just walks
On the
up
little
to you and
voice
like
on your
telling you to
shoulder.
want to explore to look at what's other great machines are in the mansion.
Maybe we should just go poking around together rather than separate. I have a bad feeling.
Well, Tibbs acting Octus if he wants to do it, and he probably would gather yours.
I do kind of agree with the tech priest, though, of not splitting up.
Who said Tib wanted to split up? Tib wanted to look around the place, look at great machinery.
Well, Tib, everything seems fine and dandy and all, but there's just one thing that's out of place. You see those guys with the black hoods staying in the
Tib sees them?
shadows?
Red hoods, black robes.
Are they librarians?
I don't know what they are, but they're acting very suspicious, sneaking in and out of rooms, and
Tib could say the same as librarians. First they're there, then they're gone, and they got like a book, then they're reading a novel or two. And the minute you look back,
Let's be real here. Tib has never been in a library.
At the mention of people
Is he
in
literate?
black hoods and
Tib is literate.
people sneaking around, can I make an awareness to see if I can spot them, or if I just think Octus is insane?
And what you said, Cargrib, is semi-true.
Yeah, you could definitely like kind of stake out and look for them, or go exploring and inspect some areas and things like that. So yeah, if you'd like to do that, you can certainly make an awareness check. If you have heightened senses sight, that would apply in this scenario or situation.
Okay, while you
Okay,
guys are doing that, I'm gonna go check out the clock.
I don't.
It appears to be like described
Nope.
before. Yeah, Jace is thrown off by the general and hustle and bustle of the crowd, and in this area can't really get a grasp of what that might mean. But maybe there's somewhere else in the manor you could,
Jace,
you know,
Jace,
have a smaller.
Jace, you just gotta trust me. You know, there's some things I know about more than you.
Tib just gives a silent stare to like Octus as he says that.
I trust you enough to take caution that there are people sneaking about. However, do I think that they shouldn't be sneaking about or should be sneaking about is two different things.
Like I said, I'm feeling uneasy about this whole thing. Maybe this is a trap. They lure us all here and then they cut us up for food or something. I don't know.
This is a lot of people to try to. When once again, some of them
Well, somebody.
do have armed guards.
And Tim has
One
to
of them
say,
just-
you always think everything is a trap.
Also,
One of them
is
just died
true.
though. He's right. One of them keeled over and died, spewing like bloody vomit, and another person disappeared. So there is something amiss.
Yeah,
Tib
just
doesn't think it's weird
we all-
for
we
someone
could
to
all
die from a weak
Could be
heart.
contagion for all we know.
watch yourselves. That's all. Just don't trust anybody. Don't turn your back to anybody.
do we maybe want to try exploring the other floors to see if we can obtain more information about the situation that way?
Tib is
Yeah,
going
that's what
to
I was
look on the
thinking.
other floors. If anyone wants to join him, feel free. Tib
But-
wants to see other mechanical greatness.
Well,
I-
just to knock a few things. One, Severus, you walk up to the clock. It's a 6-meter tall network of cogs and devices. Again, with the swinging weight in the center of an odd stone. So that's really the description is what it is. Big, giant, weird construct.
Okay. Like, does it look like a Xenos inspired?
You would have no possible frame of reference for what, like, who could have come up with such an insane. It's like the if you're familiar with the American history of the Winchester House, where crazy Madame Winchester was told by a fortune teller that, you know, the ghosts of all the people her husband's guns had killed would haunt her to the end of her days unless she kept building on her house. So she built like a 130-room house. It's like that, but a clock.
Okay. In terms of, like, okay, in game terms, so I can't learn anything about this device, whether to know if it must be a human artifact, though, right? I mean, it's not a Xenos artifact.
Literally, there is no frame of reference any being living would have to determine where it could have come from.
Okay, and what about the
So
pendulum? You keep saying that it was an odd stone. Is that any? Do I have any sort of point of reference for that I would know?
No, but that's what it looks like.
So
You could certainly
Just an odd
ask
stone.
about it, but it's odd.
does anyone join Tib as he moves off to other
Okay.
rooms?
Yes, I
floors?
will come. I will
Just
come,
hold on.
baby.
Just
to
hold
you.
on. Just hold on. Is there anything? Just looking at the clock, does it look like we have a couple hours until it reaches the last 13th hour?
Well,
Is that
so
correct?
that was the 10th hour, and you have no frame of reference. There's absolutely nothing that you would know that would determine how fast or slow the clock moves. Based on what you've learned of the Festival of Tattered Fates in the first place, it's kind of this random occurrence that lasts sometimes weeks, sometimes hours. It's really unknown what mechanism causes it to function.
Okay.
It's basically
I think
the
maybe-
clock heralds it happening, but it's not like a galactic minute. You know, it's just, hey, things moved up.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we should. I think we're gonna have to go do some deeper exploring to get any sort of information here.
I agree. Do you
I think we should go check out some of the other floors.
think we should split up or stay together?
Stay together.
I think we should stay together.
If you stay together, it saves me a lot of heartache.
Okay, let's split up.
Which means I have to transfer that heartache to you. So okay, so you're moving into Gabriel Chase. I think it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Ooh.
you head on through the next set of doors, and it dumps you out into a nest and maze, a warren of corridors, ballrooms, sitting rooms, libraries, all kinds of manner of things for everyone to explore as they so choose. And of course, I'm sure half of the tokens, for some reason, don't keep their settings. So
Yeah, I see like 2 rooms, and that's what we're supposed to see, right?
Yeah, it's,
right here.
Tib goes southward.
I can't
Southward
bring
where you
Iago.
came from.
Oh,
There you go. Okay,
Thank-
everybody should be good now.
and is there a
So,
door in front of us? Because that looks like a door or just a statue.
it's like a fireplace. And actually, over top of the fireplace is a large painting featuring a warship bearing the Harlock's golden spider heraldry beside a world dying in the light of a burning black sun. So if anybody has Forbidden Lore Warp or Forbidden Lore Heresy, you could use those.
Just imagine a picture of Tip just pointing a thumb at it and looking back at the rest of the group. That's pretty neat.
What about no archaeotech?
Okay.
Otherwise,
So
it's a large painting, and the title of it is "The Death of Tanis."
Tip would like to go east to the
Death of-
door.
Okay. The door opens into a small like store closet. There are some barrels here, and other general foodstuffs, some fruits, cheeses, nuts, and other like dry goods that appear to have been staged here in preparation of the being able to take them out to a populated area.
Okay, search. I'm gonna do a search action here. See if that actually does anything. I'm probably gonna fail there.
Target of 14 is pretty bad. Nice roll, but no, that's it looks like meats and nuts and cheeses and stuff.
Tip takes like a slice of cheese and just pops that under his gas mask. And is like, pretty good. Let's get
It is,
moving.
in fact, some of the best cheese that Tib has ever had. In fact, it is the best cheese Tib has ever had.
You see Tip just walking out. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's also pretty good." Ugh! Tip just like buckles his knees a little bit. He's like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
that's a bit of a shock."
It's real cheese, which I believe
The fuck was
general,
that?
a person from a not feral world, but
Imperial World cheese is not
Yeah.
very cheese is
nope.
extremely
It'd
rare
probably be
around
disgusting.
Terracore. So yes, that is true. So it's just
disgusting
got
to
Tip
you.
the weird experience of a lifetime.
You're gonna find out you're lactose intolerant in a few minutes.
Make a toughness roll. No.
There's milk on Terracore. If you can't count Grok's milk.
Let's go the
Would
other way.
anyone else like to inspect anything or go a different direction? Or?
Actually, you want to check out this room. I'm assuming that the knowledge that Octus picked up about the black robe, the crimson robe guys is now common knowledge to us. So I just want to look in the.
I don't
If that's
know.
the case, I want to look in the room
Would
and
you
see.
like to tell the group?
Would you have told us that?
Well, I was telling Tib and Jace
So,
that.
yeah.
But maybe you heard. It's fine. You might as well just have known. I guess it's no big deal.
Okay, that's fine. Then yeah, you would know that theoretically there's some people here that are moving around in ways that don't seem natural. It's been posited
I just
it
wanna
may
do-
be warp magic, but
I just want to do a quick search of this room, see if I can find any, like in the walls, see if there's any doors or anything like that. I'm like the worst at this, but maybe
Go
I can
for it.
inspire somebody else to do it.
I mean, if you want to just tell everybody, hey, let's come look in this room, everybody can tell. Like,
No,
Okay.
yeah, I think I'm
Y'all can
helping.
explore.
That's what I'm
if you
gonna
like.
say.
As
I'm gonna say
as
I believe there's a high likelihood that I don't believe in hocus pocus.
It's just Tib has to be
Things.
like, no, it's empty. I got all the cheese in there.
Tibbs just would go
What
out
about-
to in there. Like, fuck it. Tibbs like taking the whole platter of cheese and he just looks at the Severus.
What-
You wouldn't understand,
what-
metal man. He walks out with eating the cheese piece by piece.
It's gonna make you sick, or it's gonna gunk you up, and it's gonna clog you up. So what do? Perception or search?
Yeah, absolutely, search.
How about perception?
Still fail.
Yeah, we're all horrible looking for things.
There's only one man here that can do it. Dan, the man.
Yeah,
You've been silent. You can do this.
Hermione.
I don't have a great perception either.
Nobody,
Your class is
Nobody's
specialized in
searcher.
searching.
As long as we all attempt, we can say we give the
Oh
whole
my
college-
god. Nobody has eyes.
Whatever. Tibbs is,
Hey, I have eyes. They're not made for searching.
Tip's just gonna wander on off, like, to that hallway up to the north over there with the platter of cheese.
Don't go too far ahead.
No, Romulus
ahead.
also nothing in this room. Maybe there might be another room that's easier to find something in, but definitely this one is totally empty. Seems like.
All right, let's carry on.
Ooh, what do we have here? Well, hello there.
We can-
Oh, hello. How are you?
Do I see 3 people there?
It's a little cluster of people.
Enjoying the festives, are we?
Yes, they are just devilishly delightful. How about yourself?
Oh yes, a great time it is. Great time. We're looking forward to this all year long.
Oh, well, then you've been to a festival I must have missed. It's been 20 years that I can remember since the last.
Yes, of course. But I just found out about it last year.
Well, it seems you have managed to make your way to the center of all of it. What a fortunate soul you must be. What house are you from?
I'm from the House of the Rising Sun.
Oh, yes, the House of the Rising Sun. I haven't heard of it. Well, that's too bad. It's too bad. What do you do? What does the House of the Rising Sun specialize in?
Oh, we specialize in espionage.
Ah, spy. Well, I don't take kindly to spies now. No, we don't. No, we don't.
May I ask what you're doing in this room instead of mingling with the rest down in the hall?
Oh, taking a break. You see, we had a little duel earlier, and one of my servants. Which one was it? Herodotus something. I don't. Who cares? He lost. And so I'm in here licking my wounds, as it were. Oh, it was such a terrible thing. We lost 2 holdings. On Scintilla. It was a terrible bet we made, but, life goes on, and there are other manners that we can utilize. We'll just have to tighten our waist belts for a few short days, as it were.
Yes, how long... Do you know how long this is going to last? This is my first time at one of these.
No, nobody knows how long it lasts until the clock rings, and then we can go out and see the darkness as the eclipse begins, and then kill those fools that destroyed Marauded Trationist, whatever his name was. I don't care. I want my manners back. They were quite nice, and I left a notebook under in the cupboard of the second one that they took. I simply must have it back. There was a delightful drawing of one of the ladies that came up there in it, and I simply must have it.
Well, why don't you get it?
Well, I have to enjoy the festival first, and we're not going off to Scintilla until that's done with. You can't leave the planet anyway.
Well, one question, like how come nobody knows when the eclipse will be? It should be easy knowledge for any astronomer.
Oh no! It's quite an odd thing. You see, the Harlocks, who obviously first discovered this entire sector of space. I found many interesting treasures. At least so the the rumors go, one of which was the steel clock that kind of kept track of when this odd solar convergence of sorts happened. No one really knows why or how, but somehow an eclipse happens where no moon lies, and it's heralded by the clock. Perhaps some vagaries of the war or some other nasty little thing like that. But no, the last Harlock disappeared, many years ago. Erasmus. Yes. It's a terrible thing, really. He's probably dead. You know, everyone thinks he's dead. But it's tied up. All of the wealth of the Harlocks in the courts of Solomon. It's just a terrible thing for that much money to be tied up, and none of the potential heirs can get anything out of it without it all being sorted there. There may be a scion of the Harlock still left out there, but none of them have none of them have come forth yet after what happened with Erasmus. Terrible, really.
What happened exactly?
Oh,
He's
what
disappeared.
happened? Oh, no one knows. No one knows where he went. No one knows where he went at all. It was a terrible thing. I had a friend once. Was a Harlock. But Erasmus killed her too. So, not really sure what happened there. Terrible thing.
Wait, are you saying that he committed murder on his own family members?
Well, not directly, not direct family. Just another of the line. So the rogue traders, just as many nobility. It's quite cutthroat business. And well, it was Erasmus's business. He wanted to be the head, and he was. And that obviously drew some ire from some of the other Harlocks.
This whole thing
Correct.
sounds like the darkness of chaos, if you ask me.
Oh no, it's quite routine business, but it's hard to be at the top of the stack. There's only one way to get there, and you don't make friends on the way.
Well, I hope we could be friends.
No, I don't think so. I mean, certainly this has been an interesting conversation, but I have no use for spies. Well, how good are you at spying?
We could spy out all your enemies for you.
Oh, are you reliable?
Of course.
What have you done in the past? Do you have a resume, CV, as it were?
Well, that is confidential. We'd have to discuss this later.
That was a trick. You've passed the first test. Wonderful. How droll.
Severus is going to walk away from this. His mechadendrite is like twitching nervously at all this, and he's just like, he's going to leave.
Yes, I think I'll leave you to your partying, and we'll talk again.
Oh, that sounds lovely. If you survive the rest of the festival, please come see me afterwards. I'll be in my manor on Scintilla, of course.
Bye-bye. And as we're walking out, I'm going, did you hear that, guys? As long as we survive, see? Something fishy. Survive. What's going to happen to us?
Tibbs like in the north big corridor. By the time he's saying it, still eating his cheese, looking around.
Okay, so this opens up into another large ballroom with another fireplace, a stairwell leading up somewhere else in the manor, as well as many other party guests inside as well.
Tid takes a look at the two party guests when he's still eating his cheese.
Yeah, these are all abstracted, so like the number of party guests would be significantly more in most cases. It's just to avoid crowding the scene with 1,000 old tokens. There's just a few in there, so.
Tid's just gonna keep walking around eating the cheese. You go to the next door. He just looks at the other guys still behind him. He kind of waves a hand like he's going this way, letting him know where he's going.
Okay, yeah. This opens up into a dining room of sorts. And there's some tables here with fine china put out, goblets, a few servitors move about, refilling and changing things out where people appear to have like kind of just plopped down, had a quick meal, and moved on, and just resetting the scene back to a pristine feast that's just laid out, ready to eat.
Tib kind of looks at the drinks available. Like, what are they available for drinks?
Goblets of wine, decanters of water, uh, as well as any other number of fruit juices.
Now, do they have whole bottles of alcohol like sitting out?
Sitting out, yeah, absolutely. There's wine.
Tib takes one of the bottles of wine, like pops it. He's like eating the cheese, while drinking the wine in the platter.
Make a Krause check.
Severus is gonna tut him and say, "I'd be careful with that if I were you. Don't forget that one of the pastimes on this planet is poisoning your enemies."
Oh,
Shut up.
that's good. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine.
But is anything off about it when I drink it?
Tastes like
You'll find out. You'll find
like
out.
old grape juice. Very, very high quality old grape juice.
Now, do I have to roll again if I drink it?
Yeah, you do.
Fine, Tib puts on the wine and continues the cheese. He's like, tastes good together. Cool.
Yeah,
Tib
Tib's
goes-
unlocking a whole new thing that he should not be unlocking because he'll never have access to it again.
Tib's depressed, and this point is like his way of getting out of it, and he goes north. Tib got a bit too caught up with the cheese.
It opens up into a series of hallways that lead to a kitchen.
Is there anyone in the kitchen?
There's just more servitors, and a couple of the attendants are just milling about in the area in general.
Is there any like weird, like special meats or something?
There's sausages, hams, steaks, all motley assortment of foods as also were available on the table, the dining table out there where it was being served. Game pheasants, exotic rocks and spiced meats, smoked meats of all motley assortment.
Tib thinks about his form for a bit, and he looks at one of the servants. He's like, "Is this free to take?"
They just kind of look at you like, I guess it's out on the table if you want to eat some. But
Tib just like starts
certainly-
putting like a bunch of different meats and like vegetables on the tray. He's like holding with the cheese, and he just continues like, is there like a way north, like little, like wooden blockade? Is that like a pathway out? Or no?
not that you can see, although you can certainly search. What's everybody else doing while Tib goes on this grand food adventure?
Culinary adventure.
I think we're just kind of trying to keep up. He's acting like a chucklehead in the, just kind of going through checking everything. I think
Basically-
we're kind of the backup,
store,
making sure he's
yeah.
not missing things.
As he's going,
I'm kind of hoping he gets into trouble so we can laugh, but
I'm
as
with
he's
Tib.
Going to do that. I'm actually separating, and I'm at least gonna like look at what's down this left hallway. Then really wanting to go further.
Yeah.
I'll stay with Jace.
Down this hallway is another ballroom. Again, it's a sprawling manor of infinite proportions. It's very, very big, and just in a general like exploration sense, like we can wander around forever. But generally, like it's this big sprawling manor. And there's people you can talk to, certainly questions that could be asked, and other things to look for, depending on what you're looking for. Right?
we don't have like a face, right? We don't have a personality person. We don't have somebody with good eyes, and we don't have somebody with good personality. We're like the worst
What do you have?
misfit. We are
What
like
do you
combat.
have?
We have guns, and I have a plate full of food. And Ox is like with me. He's probably taking some. He's like, "Here, try
What's
this."
down
cheese."
this?
I'm
down this
putting
hallway?
food in my pocket.
The ultimate
And
threat to
Tib's
the
like, slapping his
Alright.
hand. Don't do that. It's rude. Take the cheese off the platter.
I haven't eaten in a
He's
while,
like,
man.
Use the
What's down
plate. You
this?
see Tibbs is having like a plate of meat, cheese, and
This
vegetables.
is like
Take one.
this is like the
Tibbs loading
GM's
up.
like easiest
door.
distraction. Just put a bunch of food and.
It's a door. It's locked.
Oh, it's locked. Here, I'll try
It's
to. I'll
locked.
try to open it.
There's
I'll use
some
my
security.
utility mechadendrite.
Tibbs like walking out of the kitchen with this plate full of food like he's Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Except for he's like tasting it like one at a time, enjoying it.
Security. Okay, I do have it. Make sure it's the same on my sheet. Yeah. Here we go. Just straight up roll?
Yep.
Or do I get a plus 10 for using my mechadendrite?
I don't know if that applies to security, but
Okay, it's not security use. Okay.
it's locked fast.
Okay.
Can I like make an awareness on like there's obviously like people like milling about, but just
Yes.
does somebody like stand out either based off of like them trying to not be seen or something like that?
You could definitely make an awareness check. That's fine. You'd like
Oh.
to do that.
I hit the wrong button. Let's cancel that one and hit that one instead.
Damn.
Okay, so yeah, you notice one of the black robe, red garbed figures actually goes through this door up here.
Holy shit, they are.
There's a little door right there.
Octus isn't crazy.
Yeah, I mean the staff were talking about him too, so but you saw one go this direction.
Tibbs like finally walking out to the main bar. I'm looking at Jace staring at somebody. Just decides to follow him.
Hey Tib, where's everybody else at? Are they also joining you in the food adventure that you went on, or?
Octus is being a little sneak thief, sneaking food in his pocket, just gonna make us smell like a while. And Severus is playing with the door. Tib drank some grape juice that tasted great with cheese. That's fantastic. Great discovery for Tib. Tib's almost forgetting what he was upset about.
I'm real proud of you. However, one of the people that Octus was pointing out to me earlier went and snuck their way into the room.
Well, let's go. Tibbs is like walking ahead, like,
Hey,
yeah, like pulling Terry in front of him. He's like still eating the meat and the cheese.
I like reach out and like grab Tib as he like attempts to like walk past me. It's like, well, what was this thing about not splitting up?
Well, we're not really splitting up. They're gonna join us. I'm pretty sure Octus is probably looking down the hallway, probably done stuffing his pockets, and maybe Severus is done tinkering with the door, and it's just us three. I mean, I got a chainsaw and I popped it. I'm pretty sure just the three of us will be fine by ourselves, since those two aren't really heavy damage. Or something. Tibbs thinks we do better.
Don't do anything stupid.
Up to y'all. Octus
I will be
and,
right back
Severus, what do y'all do?
as
got
I'm
one more
going off
idea.
to go get the other two of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tibbs just gonna go
I'll
through that
keep an
door.
eye on Tib. I'll keep an eye on Tib.
I've just got an idea. I wanted to go up to one of the servitors.
I'm interested in what Severus is doing, so I'm gonna stick behind him.
Oh well, I'll show him. I'll say this door appears to be locked. Very strange that in a manse that is open to everyone, there's a locked door. There must be something important behind this.
Sure, man of
I'm
your.
unable to. The simplicity of this lock defies me.
Maybe
Perhaps we need a simpler man. Perhaps you are the one.
possibly. Let me give it a shot.
And while he's doing that, I want to talk to a servitor. in binary and try to just see if there's anything I can learn.
Okay. You can certainly talk to it. What would you say?
I'm basically curious as to how long it's been working. Like, is it like a new shift? Like, how long is it? How old is this servitor in terms of, has it been working in this mansion for years?
They all again are like papery thin skin. They look very, very old. Like even for a servitor, they look very, very old. So this one, it can barely communicate at all, and it just gives you its current directive, which is serve sausages.
Okay, there's no other orders, no other, nothing
not that
behind
it can,
a firewall or a
can,
paywall.
No, yeah, not that it can relay. It appears to be driven by some bit of scrap code or organizational cogitator that is again beyond modern understanding and would require a lifetime of worship and ritualistic praise in order to possibly discern a single iota of its function.
Okay. I think Octus was going to try to the lock. I think.
Yes. What should be a good roll for that?
That's security. It's a trained skill, or an advanced skill. So if you don't have it trained, you cannot attempt it.
No, I don't have any security now. I got tech. Would that work? No.
It's just a regular old
wish.
door.
I wish. Yeah, like I said, it's a simple. I thought you.
Yeah.
Who's our security guy? Is that Hermia?
I don't have anything related to security. I have tracking and stuff. I have more human related things.
I think one of our guardsmen had security.
Yeah, really. I think Octus is the assassin. Is the other one who would be your security guy, like rogue. But yeah, if you don't have it, it's a lock, and it's like, nope, can't pick locks.
I'm trained in it.
Octus just
32.
brings the debt cord. He just blows it.
Okay, so what does Tib get up to with that northern corridor?
Let's see. So, presented with the locked door, is there anything else you'd like to do in this room?
Where are the others?
I believe Jace has arrived to tell you something. As the two of you stare at the locked door, just kind of like rubbing your heads, like.
Is there anybody around? I'm wondering if we could just bust it down. Is it made out of wood?
It's made of very heavy like wood, yeah, but like very thick, high quality, and it wouldn't just go over in a lark.
So Octus, you might be interested in the thing that I have. I don't even want to know what the two of you are even attempting to do with the door. But one of the people that you spotted was seen going into one of the rooms, and I may have made a mistake in letting Tib know first, so I can't trust that he's not gonna go cause problems.
So as Jace says that, we cut back to Tib, who has, I guess, opened the door.
Oh.
Because that's comedically relevant.
Yeah.
And it opens into a small entryway.
Guess Tip will go look around, and since Hermione, why don't you join me in that search roll?
Yeah, I'll help you.
It leads down a long hallway.
Oh.
Oh shit, I actually did it.
Solid.
Wow.
12. Okay, so so you're searching along, and you don't see anything in the hallway. But as you continue forward into the next room, and even further onward into the next room, it opens up into what appears to be a kind of lavish bedchamber. The bed is plush and oversized, four-poster, with curtains and all that fun stuff. And a fireplace appears to have once crackled merrily in the back of the room, but is now just cooling embers. And you notice that there appears to be a rim of soot around the fireplace that appears to have some footprints in it. With your successful search check.
It is successful. Sorry, Tip's like putting his hand like underneath the fireplace. I wonder if this does anything. He's like looking for a button.
Yeah. So as you reach into the fireplace, you feel what appears to be kind of a handle-like protrusion.
Ooh. Tip is now just curious. Looks like that. It's the Hermione. This looks a little bit fun. Just like pulls the switch.
So Hermione, you're like with Tib right there.
Yep.
Expecting it. Okay. That's great. That's great. Okay. All right. So, what's the rest of the group doing?
I'm like Jace. You said you seen the guys with the red hoods.
Yes. And I may have made a mistake in letting Tib know about it first. So he's probably going to do something stupid.
I think we should take one of these guys out, and then we could use his outfit, and when we could pretend we're one of them.
Alright, well, I don't know how to be all fancy high nobles, so I'm not doing that plan.
So Tib and Hermione, as Tib pulls the activation lever, there's a decided thump and a clunk and a cranking of gears as the back of the fireplace kind of tilts in, the floor upends and tilts you down a long slide that slides down through some tunnels and passageways and dumps you out in what appears to be some kind of like abandoned storage room of some indeterminate purpose.
As they're going down, we both fall down. Like Tib falls down on the tray he was holding full of food, falls on top of his head with all the food spilling anywhere, and Tib just looks up to Hermione. I'm sad again. My jeez.
So yeah, you guys have kind of stumbled your way into some passageways in the back of the manor, and so that's where you are. If you'd like to consider what you'd want to do there, and we'll go back to everybody at the top. So you guys are back in the dining room. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go see if I can check on Hermione and Tib as I make my way to where I knew their last direction was.
Yeah. You knew that you told Tib that someone went through this door, and now you don't see Tib. So, do with that information what Jace would, but that's not a difficult bridge to cross, I would say.
Yeah. That's just like cursing under my breath as I'm like walking quickly through the door.
I like Severus. Severus, those guardsmen, they're very impatient younglings, man.
Yes, they're very illogical and they act in an irrational manner. It makes my circuits feel like they're gonna short circuit.
I can relate to that.
He laughs at that.
Okay, so so you guys are gonna go explore the room back there?
Yeah, is there these statues as we pass them, is there anything interesting about them, or is it just...
No, they're just general, like, busts, and they have, like, some random Harlock name, and one of them's, like, busted a little bit, but nothing, it's a busted bust. But nothing super interesting about it.
Okay. Yeah, let's go look for those clowns. Well, the one clown, I don't know, not Hermione. Hermione's too serious to be a clown.
So yeah,
And I would never say that to his face.
Did we...
Tip's face.
Where'd Jace go?
I
Oh, there he is.
into the room because I assumed we would be walking.
Gotcha. I guess it just didn't load for me for a second. Yeah. Okay. So you make your way through, and there's no sign of them. If you'd like to make a search, you can make a search with a +10 because you definitely think that they're back here.
It's so funny that we have such a 5 characters. And we have like we have skilled black holes. Like it's pretty incredible.
Well,
Certain skills are
if we could rewrite our characters and do it again, I think we'd cover the holes. But
It's an odd system where it's got so many skills, and so many of them are just bloat. Like, there's no athletic skill. There's a climb skill, and there's a swim skill separate from that. There's toughness. Like, there's just a lot of silliness. Oh, all right.
I think you're just gonna have to like bump off a couple of characters then. I think that's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
They're up there. It's back to us.
What about? I'm gonna check this dresser for clothes. And what do I see in there?
There appear to be a few sparse articles of clothing remaining, but the majority of it's all moth-ridden, and it clearly has not been used in a long time. So while the servitors of the manor appear to like automatedly go through and change the bed and fluff the pillows and light the fires and put out the fires and make the food and all this stuff, they don't appear to like go into some of the people's belongings and shush things around much.
I'm specifically looking for those black robes with red hoods. I can find any of them.
Oh yeah, no, none of those just lying around. Jace, you notice the same thing that Tib did. Having seen Tib disappear, you notice the footprints in the ashes and move to inspect the fireplace and find a lever.
Do we have communicators at all?
No.
I don't think anyone ever actually bought them.
Okay.
Hey, I think I figured out where they went.
I know we're 40,000 years in the future, but it feels like we're in fantasy land or something in the past.
Oh, nobody bought them. It's not my fault. They exist. You guys have a lot of money, and we're just like,
We got like a wooden bed.
Yeah. Wood would be very opulent in Warhammer 40k. I mean, again, all of this is like
real wood, yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably be precious, yeah.
Before he pulls the lever, was there anything on the desk, written or anything worth noting?
Let's see.
I'll have Iago scan it with his little eye. With my mechadendrite, I can help like flip over pages and such.
No, nothing in this area. It would just be some like perfectly arranged stationery, but again, it seems like anything that might have been touched up here has been like removed long ago.
Okay. Let's look at that fireplace.
So Jace, you're gonna go pull the lever.
I'm like gonna be like, hey, there's a lever here. I'm gonna pull it if you two are okay with that. I have no idea what's gonna.
What if
because they're not in this room anymore.
What if it's a disintegrating?
What if it's an alarm?
If it's an alarm, I think we would have heard the alarm go off. If they pulled it, that is a worry. However, I'm not sure how that would work.
Pull the lever.
Pull the lever.
Yeah, lever pull.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
So you pull the lever, and the floor underneath Octus opens up, and he falls, and you hear a splash, and then a few seconds later, he comes back with a crocodile attached to him. And says, "Why do we even have that lever?" The floor.
What?
You bastard, Jace.
So no, the floor tilts upwards, and the back of the fireplace opens, and anyone close enough is pushed down the slide. Is anyone not close enough to be pushed down the slide?
Me. I'm not close enough.
Okay. Severus, are you going for a slide ride? Ride the slide?
No, I'm gonna send Iago down. Iago, I'll just speak to him in binary. Go see what's down.
Well, so it all happens rather quickly, so
Yeah,
the door is closed.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just send Iago forward down the slide.
Well, the slide's closed.
You have to press the button.
Oh, it's like immediate.
Oh yeah, it was just like. Very quick.
I'll just tell Octus that I just want to wait just a short moment to see if there's any screams or sound of battle, and if
Okay.
you don't hear anything, then
both of you give me a awareness. I think it's awareness. Hearing based pick for me, please.
How are they gonna know? How can they get back up? I think one of us should at least stay here.
I hear nothing.
Then you hear like a chuckle from Tib. You
No.
hear like a
Hear
hearty
nothing.
laugh.
You hear nothing. Everything is totally fine. I don't know why anything wouldn't be fine here.
I knew we shouldn't have pushed that lever. Now we're gonna
join
do.
the companions, or
No, I
join
think.
our companions. Or
Well, one of us should stay here. What if there's no way out?
what do we take? Can we take one of the bed sheets and tie it into like a kind of rope and pull the lever and just have it held?
Could certainly do that.
Let's do that. Then we can
Okay.
go down the slide.
See if it stays open.
Yeah.
So you're attaching a rope to the lever and then pulling the
Pull it.
lever.
Yep.
So again, it kind of actuates and then dumps and then resets, and then the lever is like, kind of like a semi-automatic shot where now you have to reset the trigger before it'll actuate.
Well,
We could jam something in there. What about this chair?
try it.
Okay, so he's gonna
Try
pull the
Octus.
lever, and I'm gonna try to jam the chair in and try to hold the thing open.
Okay. So you do that, and it hinges and levers, and then flies back, and the chair. Actually, while you're doing that, give me an acrobatics check or just a straight agility check if you don't have acrobatics at -10.
Oh.
Yeah, so Octus, you hold up the chair, and you think you've got your footing square, but the weight of it, like as it hinges backwards and forwards, pulls you down, and you go straight down, chair and all.
Oh. Severus! I'm screaming, Severus, stay up there!
And so Severus, you hear now the loud stomping of boots from behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the slide, and I'm gonna take Iago with me. I'm not staying up here by myself.
All right, there you
Fuck
go.
that. I mean, it is the will of the Omnissiah.
I mean, there's nobody back there. I promise. Don't just ignore that.
Whoa, what was that? I just said 2 tokens.
What was that?
Who's to say? You don't know.
As the two fall down, Tib's like laughing. I have like Jace falling into assorted meats and cheeses and fruits, while Octus is like crashing down on a chair.
Kind of piles in down here. Tight corridor.
Yeah, Tib's like on the stairways of the corridor, watching them pile on in ridiculous methods.
What kind of a mess are we in here?
It's very cramped down here.
Stupid.
Didn't I tell you specifically not to do something stupid?
Well, Dib sees you fall into meat and cheese, and Dib sees Octus on a chair, coming down.
It's
Who
just-
does
yeah,
that?
There's still some like meat and cheese just kind of smashed into his hair and his gas mask.
Well, it's more like the helmet and the gas mask, and Tim's like still laughing at them as he's wiping it off.
Yeah, you can't get all of it because you can't see it really.
Do we know where we're at?
No, you're just in some underground passages.
Well, Tim knows what time it is. Underground caving.
Can I point out to the group that now that we've triggered the lever and it's taken us to a secret passageway, let's be more careful in what we press and where we go. No more random exploring.
Severus is going to look at you
Yeah,
with
guardsman.
a new light and say, that is a prudent and logical course of action.
Guardsman, you take up the back, the rear. Need somebody with stealth.
And armor.
Weren't you in charge of making sure Tip didn't do anything stupid? And on the topic of stealth, I am probably just as stealthy as you.
Tim's stealthy.
So if you guys would like to proceed, there is a passageway leading up a series of steps. It definitely is more like a stone or earthenwork area, although it's of high quality. So all the masonry, even though a lot of it seems very old, is set very solidly into the foundation here. So you are somewhere, it appears like beneath the manor, but it's unclear if this is the bottom level or if it's just, again, this infinite almost maze of passageways within this massive manor.
Do we know how long we fell? Was it like a second, or was it like 2, or was it like 10?
It was a few seconds. Yeah, it was a few seconds.
Okay.
You were just going down this slide sideways, so you're definitely like any stories away from where you were before.
Okay, so we could potentially be deep, right?
Oh yeah, you're almost certainly fairly deep in
Okay.
terms of digging straight down.
Tibbs remembers throwing grenades in holes down like this for shits and giggles.
I see a entranceway up ahead to the left. I'm gonna go and peek over and see what I see over there.
Were you trying to do so stealthily?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could do the same thing stealthily.
Well, if we're
No,
looking
I
for
don't-
stealth, I got the stealth. So we
Yeah,
go
so
silently, or
what-
do you want to go guns blazing?
Let's go silently for now.
Well, then I should lead the way.
And lead the way.
Lead the way, like this.
Oh, I got no control of my token. Sorry, man.
Oh. Every time. I don't know why it dislikes.
It's been a while since I used Roll20, so I can't help you out there. I think every map's different.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you copy and paste them, usually it keeps the permissions, but sometimes it doesn't. And then if you copy and paste it like 10 times, then you moved it up 10 times. It just happens.
Okay.
Some of the tokens have problems.
So I don't see any door anywhere, but
There,
Is it-
right there.
okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go silently, and I'm gonna just stay ahead, like probably like 20 or probably 50 feet.
All right. So first roll stealth. I'll give you a plus 10.
Well, guaranteed to make it, man. Guaranteed to make it. Because I am Silent Master.
Although he said,
See?
There you
Nice.
go. That's
Wow.
good. That's good. Silent move. You love to see it.
yeah, I would like to
so-
join Octus in doing silent.
All right, go for it.
Would it also be plus 10?
Yes, it would.
Well, you're staying back though. You're not coming up with me.
I'm
Are
I'd have to
I-
agree. Just let
I-
Octus go first and scout it out.
I'm a sniper. This is also something I do. Like,
Is there what's the source of light down here? Is there torches?
That's a base success, right? Oh no, degree of success because it's plus 10. Yeah, you gotta love to see it. So 2 single degrees of success on those.
Ooh,
So-
that's not good. That's not good. Oh,
As you steal forward, you see 2 nasty-looking gentlemen that you all could almost certainly identify as members of the cult of the Pilgrims of Hate, based on all of your prior interactions with them and their leaders and their sect and everybody talking about them and all the research that our good friend Septimus did many moons ago. So they are sitting at a table, talking in low voices that are just nasty sounding.
I give a hand signal to the crew, and I go with my palm, and then I slowly walk back.
I just basically just go mention the Jace. I'm like, why doesn't he snipe one of them? Then we just charge Swiver to the left.
So I get everybody back to the main room here, and that was the only exit that we've seen, right? That one little passageway there.
Yep. It appears to be the only way out of this area that you can find.
Guys, there's two big brutes of hate in that little room there. I think we need a plan of attack.
Jace could snipe them, and we could just charge the one remaining.
If we start firing, it's gonna alert everyone around there that we're here.
Well, we have
Is there?
Las weapons aren't loud, and I could just run up and melee them to death.
Oh, okay. And are there any other silent options that we can do to take them down?
I can punch them.
We could use the swords, melee weapons. Just run and charge in there and surprise them.
Tib thinks Jace could snipe one with the silent las gun, which is really not that loud.
Could we have Jace
last gun
snipe one of them?
Well,
And,
they're not as loud as solid projectile weapons.
Maybe
Doesn't make sound, but not as loud.
Jace snipes one of them as the rest of us charge in there with knives and swords.
I was thinking Octus could kind of assassinate one of them.
Oh, Octus assassinates Jace snipes.
Yeah.
Okay. You two can go for that. Tib will just be in the back, just waiting to charge him with a chainsword.
So Jace, you snipe the one in the far end, and I try to sneak behind the back of the guy facing back to us. This guy.
Yep.
And
Okay.
Jace snipes that one.
Okay.
And if anything goes wrong, we'll just charge in.
Okay, it's good
What's the light
plan.
source in here?
It's a series of like dimly lit lumen globes, interspersed in tastefully pointed sconces, again of a high quality but a older, more baroque fashion.
Oh, okay. Can you guys see in the dark? Anybody see in the dark?
Tib has
No.
3
It's
lumen
It's
globes.
not dark, but that's certainly what's contributing to the improved stealth.
There's no elf vision in 40k.
I don't like
Right,
it.
Infrasights. Yeah, there's lots of options.
Yeah, there's lots of
actually.
stuff.
You just have to buy them.
Well, it's a good thing that we went silently, or we would have been screwed, right?
Well, we certainly have rolled initiative by now.
Okay. I was just wondering, like, we could do something about that, but if you guys can't see in the dark, then it doesn't matter. You guys won't be able to see either.
Well, they
was gonna
must.
say-
It looks lit to me in there. They're at a table.
Yeah, we can.
No, it's
I
it's not like bright, but it's not really very dim either, to where it would impede most function.
Enough to hide in the shadows. So I'm ready to sneak attack while Jace.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get in position to snipe.
Just getting ready to run in there just with a chainsword.
So Jace, I want you to shoot exactly as they notice me.
Okay.
Yeah, for game system intents and purposes, like it's basically just going to be a sneak attack or a surprise round, and you're well within charge range. So this tunnel here is a little bit difficult to squirrel through, but they're very close to it, as well as again they're very close and totally you guys succeeded in sneaking. So you can go ahead and make a melee attack and a ballistic skill attack for shooting your gun and for stabbing the guy. Octus, whatever weapon you're using,
Wait,
may
hold on.
obviously modify that roll slightly.
Quick question: would Jace be able to do like a full action aim before he attacks?
I mean, if you can, well, but see, Octus would be starting his turn because there's really no room to like cram everybody in. It's kind of a cramped locale, right? So that's the biggest thing impeding anyone else from acting is there's really only room for like 2 people to square off at this point. Now, if everybody piles through the tunnel, then that could affect things, but also then it's going to be hard to shoot from the back through this tiny little tunnel into the enemies as well. So for this one, we'll do, again, surprise is a +30. So then what other actions are people taking, and we can kind of figure out what's going on there. Theoretically, you could, prepare by taking a full aim action as the 2 people getting ready to attack, which would be another +20, and then charge would be a +10, and aim and everything. So it's really just +60. You have a +60 to hit them.
I do?
Oh,
Yeah. I'd like to aim on the one in the far back in case Jace misses.
Well, that's the same problem. Like, you can't really draw a line of sight just based on the cramped corridor.
so
Okay.
One guy could shoot, it's it.
+60 puts my ballistic at 110.
Yeah, so just don't roll 100.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I get a plus what?
Also +60. Just by virtue of all the different like prep you can do, the maximum bonus that I can give is a +60. So we'll just do that because with surprise, with a full action aim and a charge would give you +60. I think it might actually be like a 95 for guns. I don't remember what the jamming rules are, if they always jam on a 95 unless they're reliable or something. So
Okay, here we go.
that still gets you on a really high roll.
I'm slowly creeping in, and I see him sitting at the table. I have my sword in the ready. I take it out of my... It's actually my big dagger, but it's a sword. Take it out. And I take his head, and I go... right out his throat.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
6 degrees. Jeez.
And the damage is... Oh, that's it.
All right, 7. Yeah, so as Octus steals up and goes to bring the blade across the throat, that's when the one at the far side notices and makes a face, which causes the heretic to turn and kind of gets sliced across the face, but it's not a deadly blow.
Okay, and then the one that I shot at with the 4.1 degrees of success.
Yeah, okay, so 4.1 degrees of success. It's an accurate weapon, correct?
Yep.
So that adds an extra 2d10 to the damage.
So
Wow.
Nice.
then it's damage, and then plus 2d10.
If we ever get off this planet, oh my
Yeah.
god. Snake eyes.
So that's 7.
You got 2 1s?
yeah, that was
snakes.
bad.
Wow. Snake eyes.
That's sad news bears right
Oh.
there. Let's see, 96 is the leg. So yeah, you wing him in the leg. 7.
If we ever get off this planet, guys, we all got to get accurate firearms. It's like
Well,
badass.
I mean, everything's feast. There's lots of good ways to deal damage, but the best way is stabbing things. But anyway, yeah. So the shot slams into the heretic's leg, which as he's standing up, the perfect shot right into his eyeball turns into a leg shot. Just gets stuttered in that moment. So now, can everyone roll initiative, please?
Wait, hold on. Is it nearby enough that's just to charge him? The one closest to Octus.
We'll have to see.
I believe initiative's like a 1d10, right?
1d10 plus.
Just hit from AG on your initiative chart on your sheet. It says from AG. Just hit that. Click your token and hit that.
Did we get our fate points back?
Mine is
Just-
full,
I was
so
at
we
0.
got it back last time.
I think we did. Forgot that.
Oh, it actually worked this time. But does that add my agility bonus plus that?
Yeah, if you hit from AG, it does.
Yep. From you add your agility bonus.
6. I must have rolled really low.
Just hover over your result and it'll tell you how you rolled.
Oh, does it?
His
Yeah.
math's a little broken, I think. Oh
It's
no,
40 divided by 10. 1d10 plus 4, 40 divided by 10. I don't know why it's doing that. The division.
Yeah, why is it doing? I'm doing the exact same thing. It's 1d10 plus floor. Floor is 31 divided by. Oh, floor is the agility.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, okay, that is
so
correct.
It's adding.
yeah. So yeah, you rolled really low.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
you probably rolled like me a 3 as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like manually next time. I don't trust that automatically.
He rolled a 2. He rolled a 2 plus
You
40.
rolled a 2
plus 40
plus
divided
4,
by 10.
you get a 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3 divided by 31 divided by 10. Yeah. It's correct.
I have no idea when this division needs to be involved in that.
In order to be too high of a number.
Well, 1d10 is too high of a number.
No,
No, your
the
agility
division
is
is
too
for
high.
the agility. Yeah. So
Yeah, pulling it directly from the sheet.
Hey, Omega, are you adding in the +1 innate Hive Welder trait that gives us +1 to initiative into that, or no?
No, I didn't. I don't think it does that.
That's why I roll off of custom, because we have it.
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, if you're a high roller.
No, well, I don't need it.
I was gonna say it would put you at 10, and that still would be after the first guy, who is going to pull a what's he got? A dagger out of his pantalones, and oh no wait, he has a chainsword. Sorry.
Oh,
Sword. What?
Oh.
Holy shit. Oh.
Bye bye, Octus.
Here's our chance to make new characters.
Guys, get in here. What are you talking about? Well, you're safe out there and way back there, man. I'm right in the action.
I was actually coming up with a plan, but you guys attacked. I had it all sorted out.
A little too slow there, computer mind.
You guys want to be all big high rollers. I'm happy to let you guys lead the charge.
Okay, so he is actually going to be charging over at Octus as the
Oh,
nearest
Jesus.
that's
Yeah,
probably available.
Damn.
Nice knowing you, Octus. If he hits you, man, like...
Yeah, would you like to dodge or parry? He did score a hit.
with a
Is it
61.
gonna take away my action?
So you have a reaction that you can spend to use
Yeah.
a dodge or a parry, and then there's some talents that give you extra dodges and parries.
I'm gonna try to dodge if he hits me, or I'll.
Yeah, he scored a hit, so would
Okay.
you like to dodge?
Here we go, dodge. Oh, I got 60 dodge too. I get 86.
That's not it. That's not it.
Use
All
your
right.
use your point. Use your
Oh,
point.
fate point. Now I'm gonna use the fate point.
Reroll.
I got
Okay.
one. Here we go. Do it again. Right? I got a free roll, basically.
Yep.
With that.
Yeah, you get a reroll. Yep.
Oh, right on the money.
That is a target success, which is a technical success. So it misses. You dodge out of the way of the incoming strike at your arm.
Awesome. He probably wouldn't have died, but he could have done a lot of damage because he rolls 2 dice and he picks the biggest one.
What's it? I gotta use it.
1d10 plus 2 plus his strength. Could have been bad. It would have just sucked for the rest of the adventure being all messed up. Oh, and it's balanced as well. A plus 10 bonus. Made to think.
That's
Oh, to
for
parry. Parrying. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been 8 plus 5. Just for reference on that one.
13 damage.
13, with a decent amount of pan on it as well. So anyway, yeah, that's what he did.
You did 13 damage?
No,
He would've.
it got dodged. So Octus, it's your turn again.
Well, shit, I think I should run. I'm not gonna sit here and be the guinea pig here.
Brave Sir Octus. What's the saying go?
Yeah.
Live by the sword. How does it go?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Everybody was talking about wanting new characters, so here we are.
No, I don't want a new character. I like
No,
my Octus.
no.
Who
I'm
said
gonna-
everybody was saying that?
I'm gonna run back into the room down here. Can I do that, or I gotta roll, or?
It will provoke an attack of opportunity, which in the system you just get an infinite free number of, because it's the grim darkness of the far future and Illinois War. So they will both get to attempt to smack you if you try to do that.
Really?
Yes,
Oh.
really.
Man, I wish we were sitting around a table right now. This would be hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun around. I haven't played around the table in so long.
Hit him again, Omega. You can do it, or use one of your cool skills.
I guess if they're gonna
Do it,
attack me
man.
anyways, I might as well just. Okay, I'm gonna take my sword and attack the same guy.
All right.
That's the spirit. Omnissiah is with you, my friend.
Don't worry, we'll come in and help you. We got it.
If you have the 2 weapon wielder talents or swift attack or lightning attack, that gets you more attacks in a turn. Or if you don't, you can take a half action aim for plus 10 and then try to land him.
No, I got nothing. I'll take a half aim then plus 10.
Okay, and which one are you attacking?
The same guy, the dark guy.
Okay.
Just remember the.
No.
Oh.
He's got his feet underneath him and kind of dodges away and out of the way of the blow. Which brings
mean-
us back to Jace.
A good time to take a fate point.
I already
Omega?
used it. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
It's so I want a half action aim and shoot.
Okay, you're shooting into melee, which will be at a -20. And if you miss because of that -20, you will shoot Octus. Which is a fun alternate rule on page like 186, I think.
I should have ran. Damn it.
Laser
Sorry,
figure.
I got it wrong. It's page 196, excuse me.
I have faith. I have faith. We're not point blank. Is this short range?
Yeah, it's definitely short range. If you want to be point blank, you'd have to move up 1 more square. But that'd be a move, and then you couldn't aim, so you'd lose a lot of stuff from that. But you are at short range, and that gives you plus 10. Aiming would give you plus 20 because of accurate, and then shooting in a melee would give you -20 for a total of plus 10.
Okay. Agnes, I'm apologizing in advance. The same dude.
Which guy were you going for?
The same dude I shot at.
The top guy, chainsword guy.
Yeah.
We're good.
There you go.
We're back in business.
Well, it should be a -10 modifier, so the target would have been 70, but that's okay.
Because it's +10 from short, +10 from aim, and then +10 from accurate. It's all going through, and
Let's see. Okay, so we had a skill of 50, 40, 30, 50, 60, 70, right? Or 30, 40, 50, 60. So 60, I think, was the target. Because it's just missing the -20 for shooting into melee. So target number would have been 60. It's still a hit. It's still a hit. It's just a base hit. So just the regular damage. Oh, but that's that's Righteous Fury. So you can go
Holy
ahead
shit.
and roll another D100 and try to get under that target number of 60. If you do-
Wow.
wait, with same modifiers or just flat?
Yeah, same modifiers. So it'd be 60 is the correct number. That's your target.
Okay, so aim is 10, point blank is 10, and then
Well, it's not point blank. It's short range.
Are-
Like I said, just D100. You want it less than 60, 60 or less.
so that one point blank is short, is standard, and then +10, and then -20. So yeah, minus.
I promise it's 8
Yeah.
or 60. I promise it's 60.
Okay, I think it's typed in correctly. Yes.
Yeah. So roll another D10.
Oh
Wow.
my God. It is
And
the
you
will.
killed him. Sorry.
That's a 4. So 17 energy damage to the chest.
Ooh.
Let's find out what happened.
He's dead, man.
We're just bringing out barely.
Yo.
He deserves to be dead with that shot. Righteous Fury.
Even I would die with that shot.
Kill these heretics. The only thing that'd be better for them is if we burned them.
Yeah, he's it burns a hole straight through his
Wow.
torso.
Nice.
Just a shattering blow that pierces through his armor, punches out the backside, and he's just falls flat, just like a tower falling down onto his face next to Octus, and the chainsword kind of rattles a few more times, and then coughs out a little, black soot and goes silent.
I'm not sure if Octus is gonna glance back at me, but like as I'm holding,
Yeah, I go like this.
it's just gonna be a thumbs up as I'm dialing in for the next one.
Severus.
Yeah, is there enough room to maneuver in this hallway? Like,
Yeah, you can just bowl your way through. Like, that's fine. It's
Yeah, if
just
I
in
could-
terms of like trying to get in and take aim and all that. Like, that's not really an option.
okay, I'll just go up to this corner and take a shot with the las pistol at the guy.
Okay, so that'll be at a -20 from shooting into melee.
Okay.
I would say you are at point blank range, so that's a +30, so that's helpful. And then depending on whatever else you want to do, if you want to take a half action aim, that'd be another +2.
I moved up. Is that allowed then?
Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry, that'd be a
Oh
half
no,
action.
yeah, you would.
Okay, so what's the net
I was gonna
modifier?
say, yeah, half action move here is actually only like one square, so
it'd
you
be-
can't. That would be a
Oh, is that a full move?
yeah.
Okay.
Probably a run. I don't know what your full move is, but
You know what? I honestly don't know. Let me
my
see.
agility bonus 3 would only be like 9. So
Yeah, my agility bonus is 3. Yep.
yeah, so that's a run. So you run. You're
Okay,
easier to
I run
punch.
over. And Iago comes with me. He's gonna protect me if anybody comes in range.
All right, Hermione, what would you care to do?
I would like to charge in and help Octus. Can I do that?
What's your charge range?
Oh, I don't know. I've never done that yet. How do I tell?
It's based on your agility bonus.
My agility bonus is a 3.
That is not a very good agility bonus, boss.
No, it is
So
not.
what is your half move distance?
The charge on
One second.
HEP3 is 9.
Okay, so half move is 3, full move is 6, charge is 9, run is 18.
How much is
Can
each
I-
square?
It's about 5. So that's
Oh,
9. Yeah, you can do that. I'll say that's fine, just because we're abstracting the distances a little bit here.
oh, I thought 1 square was 1. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so like one's like functionally 5. You have 9. Again, we can be a little squirrely about the distances because it's 3, 6, 9, and 18 is a lot harder to put on a grid.
In close combat, a last pistol works as a melee weapon.
Okay, so first you're doing a charge, right?
Yes.
Which means you can attack with 1 weapon during
Yes.
the charge. Yeah, I don't remember if the 2-weapon wielder feat lets you.
I don't have that anyways.
Okay, well then never mind. You can't do that. You're attacking with 1 weapon, so you're charging with the +10. What are you attacking with?
Last pistol.
Okay, so you can use pistols in melee, but you still do a ballistic skill test.
Yes,
It
that's
just
kind of what I
doesn't-
wanted.
It just doesn't get any modifiers other than, in this case, charging with a +10.
Okay. So +10. And I get a +10 for double teaming.
Well, yeah, you get that because it's 2 to 1 now, but I think you have a talent that gives you a bonus to that,
Yes. Ganging up on double team.
right? And so double team gains an additional +10 for ganging up. So you would already get a +10, so you get a +20. So you're at
+20 and then 30.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it. Modifiers are good. Everybody likes modifiers. Yeah. That'll hit.
Oh,
That'll
barely.
hit. Yeah. very nice.
Ooh. Okay.
17. That's his arm. Just popped him in the arm.
Ooh.
All right. 7.
In the arm.
Let's see. Oh man, they are actually wearing pretty heavy armor. As it
Oh
turns
boy.
out. So 7 pen 0 is actually not gonna do any damage. It flashes off the armor. The armor.
Really?
Yeah, it just fizzles away.
Okay.
Tim, it is your turn.
Can I charge him with melee?
If you have the acrobatic skill, I would say yes, you can make an acrobatics check to get through everybody. If you do not have the acrobatic skill, then no, it's very much crammed in there at this point.
Well, I can't really do much, so I'm just gonna sit on the side because Tim can't get in there because the hallway's jammed.
Okay, would you like to shout any words of encouragement?
You can do it, Jace. You cannot hit Octus in the head.
Yeah, Jace is gonna have a hard time not hitting anybody on the team side, just by virtue of them being all in the way now. Okay, so this guy he's gonna make an attack. And he misses, so he takes out a arcing shock maul and swings it at Hermione, and it just misses.
I dodge it.
But you don't have to even.
Okay. No, he missed because I dodged. He didn't miss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that looks
as you
cool.
dodge, you run into the miss.
I'm like, yeah, roll me a dodge, and if it's 90 or greater, you dodge into the blow.
Wait, wait, what?
Oh. Nobody likes being hit. Octus, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna swing my sword at it. Try to chop off its head.
Okay, you're outnumbering, which is +10, and then you also
Have half
can
aim.
aid- Yeah, for another 10.
It's very good to dehumanize your enemies. Calling it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, that's also he's bobbing and weaving, ducking
Yeah.
and dodging. He's got his feet underneath him at this point, so Jace, what would you like to do?
Whatever you did, do it again.
Immortal.
I didn't realize it was muted.
There you go. Welcome back.
Okay. So, but if I were to do the same thing again, is there more negatives because Hermion's in melee now?
No, mechanically no. It just gives you more potential teammates to shoot in the butt.
Alright, well, I hope it goes into Hermione if it goes into anybody.
Wait, what?
You shoot him in the Hermione? Oh my
you are statistically tankier than Octus.
Yeah,
That's true.
He's
That's
developing
true.
a heart for the heretic.
I don't want to murder anyone. Okay, so then
Yeah, so still same target number of I believe 60 was their number.
actually, I'm gonna full action aim. We're just gonna make this as
Okay.
less likely to murder somebody as possible.
Severus, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I'll do a half aim and take a shot. Can I do a called shot to his aim for his head?
So a called shot is at a -20 if you don't have any talents to mitigate that.
Okay.
There's a dead shot talent that makes it minus 10
Yeah,
instead of 20.
yeah,
in
and then,
case you have it.
And then
I
there's also
don't.
sure strike and marksman or range that makes it free. But if you don't have it, then it's a -20, and shooting into melee is also a -20. So that would be at a -30.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do like a full round action if I can do that, just for next round if it's still on.
Full action aim.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, done. All right, Hermione,
Okay.
back to you. So-
Hey Dan,
right-
before you make your
yeah?
attack, can you move one square to the left so I can go in there and join you?
Can I was for my free action I was actually gonna examine him and see where he isn't unarmored. Is that possible?
Oh yeah, certainly. You can give an awareness. Give me an awareness check.
Oh, okay. Awareness. Oh
If
man,
you
that's
have-
so low.
If you have
There we go.
heightened senses sight, then that would apply.
No, I have no. No.
You got it.
Yeah, I thought that would happen.
If it's not killing and murdering, it's nothing. No point.
Yeah. But how hard could it be? I mean, you could see if he's not wearing a hat or something, or a helmet, right? You should get a bonus to it or something. You could see bulky armor under his clothes, or
Well, yeah, but
Regardless
they're
of how many
rolling
bonuses I
it.
got, I rolled an 87.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh.
not gonna. Nope.
okay.
Can I move over or no? I can't move over anymore.
Yeah, you can move over.
Okay.
The corpse is kind of down there on the ground, so
Yeah,
I
I'm just
guess
stepping
make
on
an
it.
agility check with +20.
What?
I'm making an agility check +20
Oh gosh.
as
Agility.
you step over the corpse.
Well, it's like a 50% chance to fail. I mean, it's not like flipping a coin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you're fine. Doesn't you still have another half action if you'd like to take one?
Can I attack with the half action?
Yeah, use regular standard attack.
Yep. What are the negatives? Any?
None. It's just you don't get any aims or all out attack
Yeah.
20.
Okay. Do I still get the double team thing? The ganging up on the enemy?
Yeah, you're still ganging up on them, so you still have. your
Okay.
plus-
So I'm going for a headshot this time.
that'd be -20 for a called shot.
I have Deadeye shot, so -10. So
There you go.
I get +20 for ganging up, and then -10. So I get a +10.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Wait.
just a miss.
I missed.
Oh.
Yep, just a miss.
Okay, Tib has a charge of 12, so it's gonna go on in there and bonk the big guy in the head. Since it's ganging up, that's +20, I'm guessing.
+30 because it's 3-1 now. Or sorry, plus 20.
+20.
Unless you have the talent for
Double team.
Got it. Better kill
Oh,
him,
yeah,
man.
Smash,
a hit.
roll 2d10, take the higher of that value because it's tearing.
I was
I
gonna
got
say
Wow.
he is
eight.
gonna try. He is gonna try to parry that blow out of the way
I'll be sad if he does.
because it just amuses me. And he rolled a 20, so he succeeds.
Wow.
So the shock ball comes up and bats the chainsword out of the way, and he's gonna come around in a very powerful blow from over his head, and try to whack Tib, and miss. He more than missed. So yeah, that's
That's swift attack, so
back to
that's only
Octus. Back to Octus.
Wait, I have swift attack, so it's like, would that be every attack I do for melee is like 2, or that's just only if I declare it for 2?
That's only if you use a swift attack and you charged in this turn, so you can't do a swift attack.
Gotcha.
Okay,
So Octus, it is back to you, sir.
it's up to me to finish this guy off.
Something like that.
Half aim plus, so I got a plus 30 total, right?
20
With the half
from
aim?
gang up and half aim is 10, yeah.
There we go.
Nice. Barely squeeze it in.
Target 36, 63, or 63, 66, gosh.
Damage
Yeah, that's
is
That's a hit.
Wow.
There you go.
8, 10, 2. Alright then.
what happens.
Let's see. Let's see.
Was it a crit? No.
No.
Probably wasn't a crit.
You stab him good. You stab him, it's a solid stab, but he's still up. He's a tough son of a bitch. Tough son of a bitch. Dagger comes down, gets up under his robes, and clearly, skates on skin and flesh, but doesn't really dig deep enough to put him down for the count.
I got the sword in his body. I go, hate this, you fucker. You hate this.
We gotta steal these guys' armor.
Okay, now here's the risky thing. Okay, so then it's plus 20 because of full aim. Not point blank, I'm short.
Yep.
At 10, it is a standard at plus 0. I get 10 into negative 20, which is minus 10.
It's basically gonna end up being plus 20, right?
There you go. 5 degrees of success.
Yeah, so that'll hit. And he's
Wow.
not gonna dodge or anything out of it, so it's 3d10 plus I think 4, whatever the long las damage is, maybe 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah.
So that is 1d10, and then 2 additional d10s.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
roll another d100, get under a 70, right?
I definitely should kill him.
All right, roll a d10.
Whoa. Well, he's gone. Oh.
There you go. 15,
19.
19, 21, 22, 22, I believe. And that's to his leg. So you wait carefully. Jace waits carefully and sees the guy step out of the way of obviously Tibbs' attack, and then get stabbed by Octus. And as he's stepping back to ready another blow, you just fire a clean shot right through his quadricep on his left leg, and it just severs it, as you've done in several other occasions. Ironically enough, the leg shot seems to be Jace's favored mode of dismemberment.
And it gets the eponym of Charlie Horse, the killer.
Yeah, and so he falls down. A couple gouts of blood come out, and he expires.
Bravo.
Nice.
So what armor do they have on?
They have. Or you want to inspect their corpses?
Yeah, let's expect it.
So they have a number of items on them. Actually, they are wearing Enforcer Light Carapace, which is 5 everywhere. It's quite high quality armor, but it does appear to be daubed in a number of runes and sigils that swim when you stare at them. Make your head hurt. So just put that in there. And one of them had a chainsword, and one of them had a shock maul, and they both had hand cannons, and one of them had a photo visor, actually.
Oh, nice.
I'll take the photo visor.
And they had a total of let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 thrones on them.
Can I have that shock maul? Because I have melee weapon training shock. Sorry.
Sure,
It's
and
yours.
Jace can have that 12 thrones.
Okay.
And the armor kind of seems like it's cursed, so I guess none of us can use that.
I mean, I'm not saying you
Wait.
can't. I'm just saying it appears to be cursed or heretical in nature.
I'm not touching heretical stuff.
You believe in curses there, Tib? There's no such
No,
thing
but
as
Tib-
curses.
Okay, then put on the armor.
Maybe I will.
Go ahead, put on the armor.
Is it
Tips to pull
Is
the
it-
shotgun.
is it black and dark and silent?
No,
No.
it's definitely like heavier armor. That doesn't really matter that much in this game. So you can kind of wear whatever armor you like. Just because that's kind of like a difficulty gate in the game sense. Like things with more armor tend to live longer, as we saw 2 guys just survived 2 whole rounds of combat before
And
getting
what-
Righteous Fury.
What armor number would that give me?
That's 5 everywhere.
5 everywhere?
And
Um,
arms, legs.
yeah, right now I just got 4 body, 1 arm, 1 in the legs and arms. So yeah, I'm gonna take it up.
But what it makes up for in physical armor is a cost to your soul.
I don't believe in that superstitious crap.
Heretic.
So Octus, you're putting the armor on.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do
Okay,
it.
It does
give
a shotgun
me a
out.
willpower save.
Don't do it.
Tip has a shotgun ready, like point it. Don't worry, I'll make sure you have a swift one if something goes
Right.
wrong.
Can you guys try to talk me out of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, verily, let it be known that watch your brother, for his sin of heresy is thy sin of tolerance. We should
Tip
not
just
tolerate
watching. He's
this.
like, go ahead, put on the armor.
How do you know
Tip
for
will-
sure
Tip
this
will
is
show you what happens
heretic?
when you're wrong.
How do you know?
the sigils? Look at the
You know-
look at the signs. Those are corrupt and foul symbols. They're of the great enemy. They're
I mean, it's
Put-
not any like without FL Forbidden Lore like Heresy or something like that. You wouldn't recognize the symbol specifically, but it definitely like is not fun.
Hey, I have the ace hole argument. Hey, Octus, you put the armor on. I'm not going to promise that I won't intentionally just
Damn it, you
Cut out
guys.
there.
I'm
You
just
can
gonna
have-
pretend that I know what they are, and I'm just gonna say it's
Go
the
on,
great
put it
enemy.
on. Tip's
Those are
like
the
loading
symbols
his
of the great
shotgun.
enemy.
Okay.
You
Okay.
put on the armor. I make no promises that what happened to the 2 of them doesn't happen to you.
It's so tempting. I could have 5 armor and everything.
Go ahead, put it on.
It's
Or you can
not
put it down
good.
and admit it's cursed.
It will give you a small measure of extra protection, but from small heresies are great apostasies made.
Go on, put on the armor. Tip's
Well-
like have the shotgun hand. Prove me right.
Wait, don't you, if you have
I-
armor, don't you lose all your stealth?
Not
No,
really.
not in this
Not
game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
okay.
make. You know what? My character is gonna make a willpower roll to decide if I'm gonna if my greed and wanting the armor outweighs my brains. So I'm gonna just for my
So it's
own
like-
personal to decide myself if I'm gonna put it on or not. I'm gonna make a willpower roll.
So as
You
it
really
succeed, you
wanna
don't put
die,
it on,
don't
and
you?
fail, you put it on.
Yeah, if I fail, I put it on.
Better in ignorance than in heresy.
Put it on.
I
Yeah,
put it on.
put
I
it
got-
on.
I got 5 armor, everything, right?
Yeah, make another willpower roll.
Tib steps back a bit. Shotgun pointed.
I passed. Yeah, a 28.
Negative.
Oh no, you failed.
Base
I-
failure.
Oh, why is it
70
green?
degrees.
Yeah, tricky.
Take a D5 of corruption points.
D5.
Corruption is
Okay.
different from sanity. I believe corruption is permanent.
Maximum
Yeah,
corruption.
5. So I take. Oh, that's 5 corruption points.
That's
That's
fine.
well. What's that? How is that relative? So far, I got 5. What's that mean?
It's just one of the like background stats, just like insanity points. It gets some checks every 10 points you get for both. You can get some maladies, and if either one gets to 100, your character is permanently retired.
Well, that's a small price to
Yeah,
pay.
How much before you get permanently retired?
100.
Oh,
before you-
okay.
Although
Yeah,
So
how
this
much
is for
before
like
you-
long campaigns.
How much before he
Yeah.
sprouts a new eyeball or something like that? That's the
typically
other-
you do tests at 10s, and it's a low likelihood. You'd have to roll like a really bad roll, in the 10s, 20s, and 30s. But as you start getting up past that, yeah, you can start getting extra stuff that's usually not all that great.
And what's that armor called? Anything in particular?
the heretic's armor.
Specifically, it is Enforcer Light Carapace.
Enforcer light.
Malignancy
Okay.
test. Look at that. Oh, you get palsy. Bowel obsession.
All right, so this
Well,
terminates down a stairwell.
I'll make a note of that in the journal. Octus donned the.
List of Octus's heresies.
Yeah, how big's that list by now?
Well, I
It's
secretly don't believe in the emperor, anyways. But I'm not a bad person.
That
Typically,
makes you the
God-
baddest people.
You are a pretty
Heresy.
bad person.
Yep. Zero on your social.
We don't know
credits.
that. We can't know that. Otherwise,
No, you don't know
that's
that.
where you live.
Tib's ready to go into the next door, shotgun hand, looking back at Octus. You were rude that day. You were rude that one day. You're pointing the shotgun through the door as he's going through it.
All right, let's.
Is there
keep-
anything else we can find out from the bodies?
The rest of the stuff doesn't really have not really any other information that could be found in them.
Like
except for
keys or locks or notes or anything they would be carrying?
No, they have some generic bad guy like notes, but other than just like kill the people and take over the planet and whatever,
some-
the world will soon be his kind of monologuing.
There's a door here too.
some gambling
Yeah,
dice or
Tib
something.
goes through it with a shotgun pointed out.
It's not a door. It's actually a large painting.
Oh. Looks like a door. Wait, hold on. Is this one of the things that you inspect before you have to say, or you say it's a passageway?
Painting in the basement. That's a strange place for a.
Oh my, it is. I'm like seeing that little scruffle.
So it's a portrait of a woman dressed in noble finery. Upon the bottom of the frame, there is an inscription carved in floral script that says, "My beloved, that we could return to what once was. Be it in my power, it shall be."
I'm just gonna roll awareness to see if I get this.
Didn't one of the dudes upstairs mention a painting that he wanted that he lost in a bet?
Is this the
That-
painting?
That oddly matches the description of this painting.
I don't think that happened.
That
I
happened. That did happen.
That's in a different reality, man. I don't remember that.
Yeah, we found the painting that the GM doesn't even know about.
But literally, Octus had a conversation with the guy that
Yeah,
had literally the same
Octus
description.
had a conversation with the dude upstairs, and he was like, "Man, I lost this manor, and in this manor there were things."
Oh, it was his notebook. Yeah, it was his notebook. And it was a stupid joke from a TV show I can't remember. Oh no, it's
And now
always
you made it
funny.
into a side quest by
Always
accident.
funny in Philadelphia, where Dennis thinks he's a really good artist and he just draws or maybe it's a dress designer or something, and it's just stick figures with large breasts.
And now you accidentally turned it into an actual mini quest by accident. No, this
No,
description
this is
really matches up
completely
with your joke.
unrelated to that joke. But is a thing that I put in the game with a specific inscription that definitely relates to other things that were talked about in the same conversation. But that's okay.
Players just took that and ran with it.
Yeah, they did, just right off the edge, right off the
Does
edge.
the painting look heretical?
Hey, it shows that we're paying attention.
Does the painting look heretical?
No,
It's just a
looks like
Okay,
a
Tim's-
painting of a woman.
How big is it?
It's rather large, probably
So no,
5
you
foot
cannot take it
tall
with
by
you.
3 foot
kid.
wide.
Well, Tib doesn't let heretics have any treasures, but he can't carry it with him, and it's no use in carrying it.
I mean, it looks like it's just down here, bolted to the wall, like this was some kind of, chamber it was put into on purpose.
Okay, let's go north. Let's just go. Should I lead the way or someone
I'll
else?
hold the rear gates. Don't worry about it.
I'm
Okay,
just going
sure.
to inspect the painting.
Go
see
ahead.
if there's anything behind it.
Sure.
There's nothing behind the painting. It does appear to be as described as a painting of a woman with a description
Okay.
or an inscription. All right. This room down here opens into another smaller, almost possibly a side antechamber from the previous area that looked to be, upon inspection, maybe an office of some kind, a small office. So this is just another underground storage area.
Awareness check, and there's probably a door behind the painting. Like literally, just probably alluding to that because the way that the map's structured, you literally see it looks like door-like in the floor. The walls just cut off of it.
I looked behind the painting, I looked at it. He said that there was nothing behind it.
There is just a stone wall.
There's
Awareness
something
does
that's
not
probably
get
very
good.
well hidden.
So that being, it's 11:54. It's almost 12 o'clock, and that's pretty much, I think, a good stopping point here. Just because there's the next things that we will be doing are the next things that we will be doing. So I am gonna say this is a great place to stop. We have made our way underneath Gabriel Chase. We are in some secret tunnels, going through it. And I don't know if anyone will ever figure out where this map comes from, but if you do, please let me know, because it is, I didn't make it up.
That's what I was gonna ask you. That's a nice map you got there. Where'd you get it? Did you make it yourself?
No. I got it off of the, I want to say, Battle Map subreddit many moons ago. It's not an original map by me at all. Nor is it from them. It's from a piece of gaming media that's come out in the last 10 years or so. So have fun figuring out what map it's from.
Cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good session.
Indeed.
Yeah, so we wandered through the manor a little bit, saw the steel clock, and now we're down digging through the dungeons and potentially trying to uncover some secrets of. Does anybody remember who the last living Harlock was? Anybody?
Yeah, Rasmus.
There you go. Right. So you know, there's some things down here that may be linked to him and his story. So
Okay.
And
that being said, thanks everybody for playing. Great session again. Omega, do you have anything to say?
no, I just had fun. And Jace, don't worry, the armor, I feel fine. The armor's just armor. I don't know what you're afraid of. Just
You
relax.
feel fine. You feel fine for now.
Yeah, definitely for now.
Maybe a little corrupt, but that's about it. But I'm fine. But yeah, that was fun. Everybody, thanks for coming out. I guess we'll be back in 2 weeks to continue this game. Tomorrow we got Alien, so stay tuned for that.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah. Thanks everybody. Have a good evening.
Night, everybody.
Don't forget, we have
Night.
Twilight Saturday night.
Oh, Twilight Saturday night. Yeah, we got a one shot of Twilight 2000. Long time. It's been a long time for that one.
There you
Stay
go.
tuned for that. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.